This week on Localish Life,
Yay, Dave!
We're starting fresh, embarking on a new journey,
We're doing something we've never done before.
and showing that you can teach an old dog new tricks. Because this week, we're celebrating new beginnings. So we'll be talking to the locals and getting their take on why it's always a good time to begin again.
In the new year, always signify a fresh start.
So come on in to learn what it means to eat, shop, and live like a local. This is Localish Life.
What does new beginnings mean to you?
To me, new beginnings means getting rid of the old and in with the new.
New beginnings means to us a fresh start and a brand new year, 2025. We're looking forward to great things.
It means a fresh start. It means a new opportunity. It means the chance to be better.
New beginnings can take on many different forms, but for this tattoo parlor, it means providing anyone with the chance to reinvent themselves.
Ink 180 is a tattoo shop with a cause. We do regular tattoos, but we focus on helping people get a second chance. And we do that by removing or covering the tattoos that marked who they used to be, whether it be a gang tattoo, a sex trafficking related tattoo, domestic violence related tattoo, or scars from self-harm or cutting.
This tattoo was meant as a disrespect to the opposite gang, to our rival gang. So him helping us change our lives around and get these tattoos, off of us, is the first step to us to changing and making a better life for ourselves,
As a kid, I lost 17 friends. They were killed due to gang violence, shootings, stabbings, and it was a rough way to grow up. When I moved here to the Chicago area, I watched the news just like everybody else every day and tired of watching kids die. And I've been a tattoo artist for 23 years, and I wanted to use those gifts to make some kind of an impact in the community and try and help people that were getting out of that life, that were ready to move forward and do something more positive.
It would be a lot easier for me to get better positions at a job, to get taken more serious, and also for me to be a lot more safe around the streets. That way I don't have the rival gang members coming at me, trying to pretty much, do physical harm on me.
You get that GED, I'll give you any tattoo you want, free.
I decided that I wanted to remove my tattoos because I want to change my life, trying to get old friends back, and I'm tired of getting profiled by other people.
The tattoos that we remove, they're not meant to be positive messages or uplifting things. They're negative, they're adversarial, and just having that tattoo could be a death sentence.
I got tired of having to run for my life, always looking over my shoulder wondering when I'm going to go to jail next.
We work with a great team of federal law enforcement folks. Have a lot of friends that are police officers, and I'm sure every time you encounter a police officer, like, hey, what's that on your face? And we give business cards to police officers to keep in their cars. So when they pull somebody over and they've got a teardrop or a gang symbol, whatever, give them a business card and say, hey, it's a great bridge between police and the community. Hey, we're offering you something that's free that's going to help you if you're truly wanting to leave that life. So a lot of friends ask me, why you do this for free. We do it for free because, to be quite honest, a lot of the people that we come into contact with, they don't have the money to afford tattoo removal or a tattoo cover-up. My satisfaction, my joy comes from being able to see people get that second chance and look in the mirror and not have that crown over their eye or that barcode on their neck, to see their reaction of what it means to them. That makes all the difference to us.
It makes me feel like he cares about me and that he wants me to help change my life, get my life back on track.
The first day that I came here, it really touched me a lot because he also prayed for me. And every time I come here and I talk to him, he's always giving me positive advice, and I appreciate what he does for us.
Every day that I can help somebody out makes it a whole lot easier to go to sleep at night. And if we were all a lot more kind to one another, this city would be in a lot better place than it is right now.
New beginnings have a different meaning for every person. From adding a new family member to riding a bike for the first time, or even just a new haircut. It can require a little patience or a little encouragement. But in the end, anyone can start anew. or anything, as is the case with the Caryon Initiative, who's giving a new life to used crayons.
We've collected about 50 million crayons. All the crayons that we collect are diverted from going into the landfill.
In 6 years, the Caryon Initiative has diverted 50 million used crayons from the landfill.
We collect crayons from all over. We've gotten them as far away as Japan, Australia, but the bulk of it comes in from the States. Schools by far are the biggest collectors of crayons. Girl Scout troops, Boy Scout, doing Eagle Scout projects. Restaurants, which is where the whole idea started. When I was at dinner, we were discussing different projects and different ways to give back. I was coloring, my kids were coloring, and we had the conversation about what they did with the crayons that were left on the table. So we asked the waitress, and we were told that they just get thrown away after every meal. If we could collect all these crayons that are being thrown away, it's a free resource that we could reuse into something else. To date, we've given away about 560,000 packs of crayons. In the middle of the night, I literally got out of bed at probably 2 or 3 in the morning and went and looked up crayon recycling because I gotta believe that somebody was doing this. Like, how could it not be done after all these years? That's when the kind of concept came to me about how we could maybe melt these down and turn them into a new crayon and then shape it and do anything that we want to it. It feels good to keep these things out of the landfill. My main focus of when I created this was to give back for the arts because that was very important to me. So I started researching how children's hospitals are getting their art supplies for their pediatric patients. These child life directors had to go out and find money so they could buy crayons. Our crayon's more than just a crayon. It's actually an escape for these kids. We talk about the freedom to express themselves. A lot of times these kids are very scared in the hospital, but it gives them a way to express or communicate what they're going through by drawing it and not verbalizing the situation that they're facing.
The Caryon Initiative has donated 560,000 packs of crayons to 250 children's hospitals in the U.S.
We started this whole process in our kitchen back in the day. We sort the crayons by color. From there, we'll melt down our ovens. So we get the liquid wax, and then we take out the papers. We pour them into the molds, and then we'll take all 8 colors that we've now made, collate them into new 8-pack boxes that we then ship to the children's hospitals. We rely solely on volunteers. We're working in small pods of 4 to 5 people. Up until March 2020, we were running about 400 to 600 volunteers a month through our facility. We hear stories about how kids keep their pack of crayons with them throughout their stay, but then they take it home with them because it's the one good memory that they have while they're in the hospital. And then I also receive notes from parents who unfortunately have lost their child, whatever they were battling, saying, "Thank you, this is the last time I saw my child smile." It's been pretty rewarding to hear these stories.
Coming up next, a mom who's defied the odds to drive again. And later, set sail with us as we christen the Disney treasure. The start of the year is a popular time for new beginnings, thanks in big part to New Year's resolutions, like traveling to new places, working on a new skill, spending more time with the ones we love, or enjoying the little things in life. No matter what your goals are this year, it's important that you don't let anything hold you back. Like this quadruple amputee who found a way to get behind the wheel again.
My arm is sweat. I have been through so much, but here I am, and I want to make the most of the life that I have now. It's really important. 8 years ago on Valentine's Day, I was taken to the hospital on my own, 2 feet, and proceeded to go into a coma. I was 4 days into a serious streptococcal A infection, blood, internal aggressive, kills most people within 48. So I don't know why I'm still here. It was bad. And then the 27th of February, they removed the first section of my limbs. So it basically took my limbs to save my life. And I was only in the hospital for 3 months, so it was a real short stay for what I had. And then started that long haul back to independence, and it's been a long 8 years, a lot of trials. So there's no explanation as to how I contracted the strep A. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm challenged for sure, but I'm able to be a mom and live in my house. Now I'm about to drive a car. April 20th, I remember I woke up and I just went, oh my God. So it basically took my limbs to save my life. It was really hard to adapt to the new body, but I came home and I got to see my baby. And it was so funny because we were starting to learn how to walk together. My beautiful mother, who just passed this year, she researched and found a program in Boston. They were wanting a guinea pig to do a transplant program. I was like, sign me up. But 2.5 years sitting on the list was really trying. We ran out of money. We got a phone call. Doctor had a lawyer on the phone and basically told me they cut me off the program. The more I stay in that sadness of the loss, the more that I don't move forward to go, okay, let's get on with this. Let's see what I can do. There's so much that I can do, and we're gonna just figure it out. Anyone driving with me? Anyone brave enough?
That's what my company does, is we evaluate and train people with different special needs to be able to drive. Katie was referred to me by her physician. I evaluated her, tried some different things. It looked pretty good. We ended up making this cup to where she could just fit her arm into that cup. And so basically, this is a steering wheel, and it turns this wheel with this motor. Really is a measuring cup. My daughter was making brownies in my kitchen when we were having trouble getting her fitted, so I went and bought a brand new one, fit it to this steering wheel, and then basically it pivots. This is actually a small planter that I got at the dollar store. So again, the idea is that her arm is in here, and she can control this mechanism that slides that does the gas and brake for her. I've got a screen that lets her do the functions that you don't touch when you're moving. So like starting the car, shifting the gears.
Oh my God, it is so awesome. Ah, when I took my driving test and he was driving me around, I was just like, it's so great, I'm out. So having a car is like so exciting to me. And it's real hard to interrupt people's lives to drive you everywhere. People are busy, they don't have time. So this is really important on so many levels to get me a car.
It breaks like butter.
Well, painting came about being bored up in Boston waiting on the arm transplants. I started painting, put a few of the paintings online, and my friends were like, you're really talented, I want to buy that. You need to put them for sale. So that's how it started, and I sold a lot. I went to a painting party because I was trying to brainstorm what could I do when I go home. And I went to this painting party and I'm watching what she's doing and I'm like, I could do that. It's kind of a inspirational painter thing by me showing you could still do something even if you've lost so much. It makes a huge impact on people. Remember the time we fell on the ground?
Just thinking about how she managed her day-to-day living, getting dressed, and feeding herself. She's just an inspiration to people, really.
I have it. I'm still here. And I look at that. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm challenged for sure, but I'm able to be a mom and live in my house and go grocery shopping, and now I'm about to drive a car. I mean, it's amazing.
You guys have a good weekend. Thanks so much. Bye. Thank you.
Coming up, head to the seas on Disney's newest ship, the Disney Treasure. Then later, see how these senior rescue dogs are lighting up Broadway. New beginnings happen all around us, on land.
This is our house. We signed the lease today. We move in on April 10th. This is our house.
In the sky. And even at sea with the inaugural voyage of the Disney Treasure. So come join the Koenigs family as they discover everything this brand new cruise ship has to offer.
Disney Treasure, please welcome aboard the Koenigs family!
Yay! James, look at this, Betty! I'm Michael Koenigs.
I'm Allison Kenworthy. This is our son James and our daughter Grace.
Just 2 years ago, when this guy was 1, we went on the Disney Wish. Now we're on the sister ship, Disney Treasure, on its inaugural voyage, heading to Castaway Cay, and we're going to take you on an incredible adventure, so stick around. Grace, we're here in the Grand Hall, and here is a magic carpet. Look at that.
Yep, so this Grand Hall, which is absolutely stunning, I like to call it the eyes up, jaws down approach. I mean, everyone that walks in is just amazed by how beautiful it is. And the care and quality that is just a hallmark of what Disney and Disney Cruise Line does is absolutely at the core of everything we do. We're gonna give you an entertainment experience. We're gonna treat you to a Broadway quality show. And we're gonna tuck you in at night with the best stateroom hosts in the world.
Oh, Mickey! No way, James, you got your own Mickey? We're about to step inside the Tomorrow Tower suite. This is one of the most remarkable suites on the entire ship. You're really entering a world inspired by Epcot, modern furniture. You're right at the center of the action here. And this is the primary bath, massive bathtub, full shower. This is really the way to live. So what are you most excited about in terms of the new adventures and experiences people can have aboard?
You know, you said the word adventure, and that really is it, because we're doing something we've never done before. So it's all about the theme of adventure, and we do that in the lounges, but also the events as well. So of course, the lounges themselves based on attractions from the Disney parks, the Skipper Society based on Jungle Cruise. We got the Haunted Mansion Parlor, which I think is going to become everyone's favorite. And then Periscope Pub, which is really, really cool. The classic attraction from Disneyland all those years ago, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And then, as I say, as well as the lounges, we've taken that theme into the events as well. I tell you, adventure around every corner, and then we pull into a port, and you can go and have an adventure ashore as well.
We just arrived here at Castaway Cay, Disney's private island. We're going to try to explore every inch of this thing in the hours ahead.
We're going to do some sailing, some snorkeling, and I think even find a bike.
Oh my goodness, you want to say hi to Captain Hook? That's awesome.
What do you think of Captain Hook?
Do a high five. Whoa!
We're going on the Hobie Cat over here. Gonna be on these gorgeous blue waters, powered only by the wind. Look at all the water sports you got here.
When James was just 1, we took him on a similar bike ride here at Castaway Cay. Now she has just turned 1. You ready to ride, babe? Yeah!
We had so much fun at Castaway Cay, riding bikes, and it was fun to watch Michael snorkel and watch James lounge on the lounger in the water like this.
Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible adventure.
And a big thanks to Disney Cruise Line for having the 4 of us, and hopefully see you next time.
When we come back, we'll meet the most talented 4-legged stars on Broadway and see what new beginnings locals are hoping for in the new year.
What is something new that you've learned or want to learn?
When I grow up, I would like to be a YouTuber.
A YouTuber? You want to learn how to YouTube? Okay.
Something new I'd want to do? Skiing. Skiing or snowboarding, I want to try that out this year.
Something new that I want to learn is how to do taxes on my own.
Something new I want to learn, talking more to people. I want to interact more to people. I want to know people more better.
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but these 2 senior Broadway pooches are getting a new leash on life in the bright lights of Broadway.
I'm in heaven. Bill, did you train this dog to do this?
No, he came that way. He's just a lovey-dovey dog.
And so great to see you on another production. And here are the 2 stars that you have trained for this show. Tell us about what went into this.
When I got the call for this particular story, which is a beautiful story of Delia Ephraim's life, it was clear how important her dogs were to her. And the characters weren't trick dogs. They didn't have to have the type of personality where they would do things. They just had to be so cute and loving that when the audience saw them, they believed that they really loved those characters on stage. So Charlie was actually in a shelter in Long Island, and he had been in foster for 13 months because he was a biter. And when I met him, I went, he's just afraid, you know, and once we worked with him, you see how loving he is now.
He's not a biter, he's a lover.
I know, and Nessa Rose here has been playing Toto for years and years.
Yeah,
and
I could see that.
Yeah, you know, so she's got stage presence, she's got confidence.
And the fact that these are rescue dogs, that is really the most important message with this show, isn't it?
It's our message. I mean, people have to know when you see these dogs on stage, anybody could have adopted them the day before I did. You could have had these dogs in your home. So I encourage people that don't think of them as broken, think of them as stars, and they're just waiting for you to come get them. Oh my goodness, where are they? Where are they? Go say hello. Oh my goodness, come here.
Charlie was on the street 6 months ago, and he is so bright, and I am working so hard not to fall in love with him. Because I love him. And he's got this crazy underbite. And he will just be so obedient. He'll just be, you know, sitting there. I'm not moving. I'll stay here for a week. I'm not going back on the street. I'm not going back on the street.
And talk about, this is the ultimate message of a second chance, especially for your four-legged co-stars who were rescue dogs.
Right.
Rescue dogs.
Right, yeah.
They're so cute.
The dogs are received just explosively at the end during the curtain call. We bring Charlie and Nessa out for their bow. And the audience, no permission is needed. You can express the depth of your love for an animal without any apologies, without any caveats.
So we bring them out and you just feel this palpable joy. Everyone just, you know, it's beautiful.
Are there any new beginnings that you're hoping to see in your lives this year?
New beginnings that I would like to see is more focused on the travel. There's so much of the world that we haven't seen.
What does a new beginnings feel like to me? I have been investigating the possibility of retirement.
Eating healthier, living a healthier lifestyle, getting out more, going to the gym, walks, stuff like that.
Maybe try to be more positive too and have a better outlook on things.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's good.